As you board, please move across your car to make room for everyone, and kindly offer available seating to those needing special assistance. If you're standing, please hold on to the handrails and stay clear of the doors. They will be closing in a moment. Thank you.
Hey, howdy, hey, and welcome to another episode of Disney Assembled. I'm Troy.
And I'm Mimi.
And we are your happy little father-daughter podcast, here to create joy and share our love for all things Disney.
Disney Assembled is sponsored by our patrons over on Patreon, Brenda, Danny, Connie, and Andrew.
Yes, thank you guys very much. We really appreciate it. If you would like to join them and get access to exclusive patron-only content, just head on over to our website, disneyassembled.com. and click on the Become a Patron button. Membership starts as little as $2 a month. We'd really appreciate your consideration there. However, if that is not something that you are in position to do or that you're ready to do, that's fine. We do appreciate you listening to the show. One way you can help us out is by leaving us a very positive rating and review on your podcast player of choice and sharing our show with all your friends. However, if you are looking for additional Disney magic to bring to your week, specifically great Disney music, head on over to Magic of the Mouse Radio. Disney Assembled is very proud to be part of the Magic of the Mouse Radio lineup. You can hear our show every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern.
In addition to being a part of the Magic of the Mouse Radio Network, I'm so proud to be a part of the Magic of the Mouse blog network. Magic of the Mouse News has articles for anything and everything you might want to read that's Disney related, so make sure to go check it out, magicofthemousenews.com.
Yes, you should do that. All right. What's going on in the Disney Assembled universe? Well, you know, we've been posting some more videos on our YouTube channel, which has been lots of fun, actually. We've done a good job there. We've gotten some new subscribers. We really appreciate that. So if you are one of our new subscribers to the YouTube channel, thank you very much. If you're listening to this episode on YouTube, thanks for listening. We really appreciate that. Yeah, it's great. But if you haven't done that yet, check out our YouTube channel. We'd appreciate your subscription there. TikTok continues to go strong, right? We just have fun with the TikToks.
Yeah.
Lots of fun. Yeah. The viral TikTok is still getting likes every week.
That's fun.
Over and over and over again. So it's good stuff there. But this week we have a very special topic. We've been spending a lot of time talking about our trip recently or our experience in the parks over the last year or so. And but there's one topic, Mimi, that I know you really wanted to talk about. We haven't gotten around to yet. Maybe you want to tell everybody what this week's topic is going to be.
Yeah, so we went through every single restaurant that we have eaten at in Walt Disney World. And we, using a point system, came up with our top 6 restaurants at Walt Disney World that we've eaten at so far. And we've come up with our bottom 6 restaurants that we've eaten at so far. That's not to say that the bottom 6 are bad. It's just the experience that we've had and the food that we've had there. So the way that this works, if you guys were around for the princess episode, we did this the same way we did with the princesses. We came up with 3 categories: quality, experience, and value. And we came up with a point system, 1 being the worst, 3 being the best. And we went through every single restaurant and we gave them a ranking for every single category, tallied the points up, and that's how we came up with our list. There are many restaurants sitting dead in the middle with a score of 7. Just the ones that came out on top are the ones that came out with like between 8 and 9. The ones in the bottom came out between 6 and 4. Yep. So that's what we're going to be talking about this week. Yeah, and we'll get into some of the details on that when we get to the main topic of this week. But yes, we tried to think back to all the places we have eaten at in our last 2 trips. So the last 2 trips we took were in March of this year, 2023, and back in July of 2022. So both of these trips were during the 50th anniversary celebration at Walt Disney World. Yes. And as Mimi said, you know, we just
looked at quality of food. We'll get into the details of what that means when we get to the main topic of the week. But yeah, we just going to share our experiences. Your mileage may vary. If you've been there, you may agree or disagree. That's just fine. We'll also have this week's Disney Dad Joke of the Week. And yeah, just bring that great Disney energy and fun to you, listener. All right.
Oh, yeah.
So is there anything else you want to talk about before we get into the dad joke? And
yeah, actually.
Yeah,
so I went to the Lego store and I bought 3 Disney 100 Lego minifigs. And I opened them on YouTube, so go check out the YouTube video. But we came out with the Evil Queen, Cruella de Vil, and who was the other one I got that day? Pinocchio. So I was obsessed with them. I think these are so fun. So I went back to the Lego store and I bought more. And we didn't make a video in these because I was doing them with a friend. And I landed a duplicate Cruella. So we have a second Cruella if anyone wants it.
The Cruella has 2 different faces you can use. So we have one of each face.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
We've got Jiminy Cricket. I got Dr. Facilier. I got Pocahontas. And then I also got an Aurora because the friend I was with got 6 packs and I got 4. And 2 of the packs were of Aurora. And so they gave me one of their Auroras. So now in total, we have the Evil Queen, Dr. Facilier, Aurora, 2 Cruellas, Jiminy Cricket, Pinocchio, and Pocahontas. And I love these. These are so fun. I want to go buy them
really
all.
cool. So you should check these out. Again, we have a video where we did our unwrapping and our building of the 3 that she originally purchased. I'm looking at the list because there's like a little poster you can do like a checklist of them.
Yeah.
And do you have a favorite one that you think is just the coolest looking one?
The options are Oswald, Pinocchio, Jiminy Cricket, Sorcerer Mickey, Tiana, Dr. Facilier, Queen of Hearts, Aurora, Mulan, Evil Guy from Coco, Miguel from Coco, Pocahontas, Cruella de Vil, Robin Hood, King John, Stitch, Baymax, and Evil Queen. I would love to have little Stitch or the Tiana. I think that would be cute.
Of the ones we got already, which one is your coolest looking?
Oh, I think Dr. Facilier is very cool.
I think so too. Dr. Facilier looks really cool. He's got his hat. He's got his little voodoo book. He's got his voodoo wand. Yeah. That is actually really, really cool. Jiminy Cricket is cute also.
Also cute.
But yeah, those are cool. I think of all the ones up there, the one to me that I want is Robin Hood. He's got his little bow and arrow and his little Robin Hood hat.
Yeah.
His Robin Hood is yellow. In the movie, isn't his hat green?
I don't know.
I think it is green.
The Sorcerer Mickey would also be cool.
Sorcerer Mickey would be cool, but he's tall.
The Stitch is cute. I like the Stitch a lot.
They're all really cool. So yeah, check that out. But like Mimi said, check out our YouTube channel. We have a video there where we unwrapped and built those first 3. Lots of fun. Yeah, good stuff. All right. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, let's get into it this week. It's time for this week's Disney Dad Joke of the Week.
Oh, boy.
Mimi.
Yeah.
Disney villains, you know, they do have to go to school at some point in their life. But there was one Disney villain that used to skip school often. Do you know which one that was?
Mm-mm.
Captain Hooky.
Okay. Okay.
Get it?
Yes.
He played Hooky from school.
I do
Captain
get
Hooky.
it. I do get it. That is,
I'm sorry.
it is gotten.
Right.
That's for sure.
As always, if you have a Disney dad joke that you would like for us to consider using on the show, you are free to submit it at our email address, disneyassembled@gmail.com, or you can send us a message on our socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all at Disney Assembled. All right.
Yes.
Now that the fun part is out of the way,
okay.
Let's get into the main topic of the week. Look, people like to eat. Part of the reason
it's a stormy day here in Houston, Texas, and so
it's raining outside.
We're kind of slow because of the rain.
Listen, food at Disney is a big deal.
Yes, it is a big deal. There's some Florida's finest.
So many blogs, so many
can be found.
So many blogs, so many articles, so many websites, so many podcasts. They talk about food all the time.
Dedicated to food.
Almost completely dedicated to food, because the truth of the matter is most of the food is generally pretty darn good. I mean, in terms of theme park food, it's really good stuff.
Because it's not just theme park food.
Right.
You forgot Ohana. You didn't put Ohana on this list.
I didn't put Ohana on the list?
No.
Oh my goodness. Well, that may be a different category all its own. We didn't put Ohana on the list.
Ohana would be...
We sat there for like hours going through this list, And just at this very moment, how do you forget Ohana? That's your fault.
I don't know. We'll talk about Ohana.
Okay, we'll talk about Ohana
in
separately.
the moment on the show, I think, because we've got to talk about Ohana.
Yeah, we'll kind of know where it is on it. But as we said earlier, we ranked these in terms of categories. So the one category was quality, and when we mean quality, the definition of quality for us was taste and temperature. Like, was the food at the right temperature, and did it taste good to us? Right. There's a lot of this is subjective, obviously.
Right.
Experience is another category. Experience meant just your overall, like the storytelling in the restaurant or the location, you know, whether or not there was enough seating, whether you felt rushed, whether you felt it was too slow, just
too loud,
too crowded. So experience was a factor.
Mm-hmm.
Value is the third category. And for us, that was just simply, did you feel per dollar, was it worth the money?
Right.
Like, did you get quality for dollars spent? Because some of these meals are very, very expensive. Some of them relatively inexpensive. But value was sort of, you know, did you feel that no matter what you paid, what was the quality? What was the value of the
like? Did you get what
spent?
you paid for? Basically,
right? Did you feel like you spent? Did you feel that the price was worth it? Basically. Right. So those were the three categories, and we ranked each of these places, and we probably won't mention all of them because some of them, like Mimi said earlier, are sort of right in the middle. Maybe we'll mention a few of them at the end if we have time.
Yeah. Should I list all the restaurants in the running?
Maybe we should go through all the places we ranked because there are restaurants that maybe our listeners are going to say, wait a minute, you didn't mention this, you didn't mention that. It's probably because we didn't go there.
Mid-table or
Well, we didn't go in March or last July. Right. So we can't really rank it because we didn't experience it at that time. Right.
Okay.
So why don't you list all the restaurants that were possibly on our list?
So Ohana. One. Okay.
Yes.
Be Our Guest, Casey's, Cinderella's Royal Table, Cosmic Rays, Starlight Cafe, Gaston's Tavern, Skipper Canteen, Liberty Tree Tavern, Tony's Restaurant, the
Tony's Town Square.
Yeah, that one. 50's Primetime Cafe, Oga's Cantina, Ronto Roasters, Sci-Fi Diner, Sci-Fi Drive-In Diner, actually, Woody's Lunchbox, Beer Garden, Nine Dragons, Space 220, Teppanito, Via Napoli, Harambe Market, and Yak and Yeti.
Yes, so quite a few places on there.
Yeah, we're not going to name every single one of them and what they ranked and all that.
Right, because that would take a really long time. Perhaps we'll do another episode where we go through each of them individually. Maybe we do it on YouTube. We'll take them individually and talk about our experience at them. We also didn't rank anything that I did that Mimi didn't do or that Mimi did that I didn't do. So, for example, I did get that sort of that brioche bun ice cream sandwich in the France Pavilion at the L'Artisan de Glaces. Yeah. You did not get that. So we left that off the list because you had no, and then you went to La Crêperie, and I did not. So we didn't rank that one either. So only places that you and I did together. So we had, perspective. All right. Where do you want to start? At the top or the bottom?
I think we should start at the top. Well, okay. I think we should start with ranking Ohana.
Let's start with Ohana. Let's have a general conversation about Ohana.
Ohana, the quality of the food. So this is literally how we did it with every single restaurant, you guys. We said Ohana, quality. What do we think?
So quality meaning taste and temperature.
I thought the food at Ohana was some of the best food I've ever had on Walt Disney property. I thought it was so good.
Yeah. Taste and temperature, I would give it a 3.
A 3. So, okay, forgot to mention.
3 was excellent.
3 is excellent.
2 is good. 1 is okay. Is okay. We didn't think anyone was bad.
Yeah, there was no 0.
Okay.
Yeah,
it was okay. It was good. It was
fine.
Right.
Yeah.
It was right.
Experience.
It was. What's the word I'm looking for? It was eatable.
Right.
It was edible.
Edible. Yeah.
Right, edible.
Okay.
Right. So Ohana. Back to Ohana's quality.
Quality at Ohana 3.
Yeah.
Experience
I think so.
at Ohana.
So experience, pacing of the meal, environment. Did you feel rushed?
No.
I didn't feel rushed. I thought the environment was fun. I didn't feel rushed. Did I say that already?
Twice.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't feel.
I loved Ohana, the experience. I thought our server was fun. I thought the drinks y'all had were fun. The food coming out in different waves. Just the general vibe of the Poly Lake is enough for it to be.
Very helpful staff. Extremely helpful.
Yeah. I'd give it a 3.
Yeah, I would say 3 for experience also.
And then value for dollar.
Ohana is not cheap.
Mm-mm.
However, it is all you care to enjoy.
So I think that automatically gives it a value level of 3.
Right. If you can eat as much as you like, And so to me, as long as you can eat as much as you like, the value is probably pretty good.
Consistently throughout this list, if there was an all you care to enjoy, it got a 3 for value because it didn't matter what you were paying. You were eating as much as you wanted.
The only reason it wouldn't is if the food was not good. And even though you could enjoy more, you chose not to.
Chose not to, right.
So
we also forgot Pecos Bill.
We didn't eat at Pecos Bill.
Yes, we did. We did. We did eat at Pecos Bill.
Do you want to do a quick Pecos Bill?
I don't think it's going to fall anywhere special.
Quick. It was really quick for us because we kind of walked in.
We didn't really have an experience at Pecos Bill because we ordered it and sat on the side of the road and ate it during the parade.
So let's just go through it real quick. Pecos Bill, quality, temperature, and taste.
2. I didn't like it.
I thought it was good.
It was okay. Like bad. I wouldn't eat it again.
It wasn't excellent. It was good.
2.
It was pretty average. Experience.
And we didn't really have an experience there. I don't think it's fair. We didn't sit in the restaurant.
We did mobile order. It was quick. 2.
4 so far.
Yeah.
Value per dollar.
2. Decent value.
Yeah.
6. We didn't know. Yeah. So 6. It was probably really middle of the road.
Yeah. So it'd probably fall in our
on the upper lower end.
Yeah.
On the upper side of the lower end of our rankings.
Okay. So, anyway, those are out of the way.
So now that we realize we made 2 mistakes on our list. Typical Disney in simple fashion. High five. All right. Let's get to the real list.
Okay, real list.
This is what the people are here to listen for. So, because we got some things. We gave Ohana's a 9. We gave it 3 in each of the 3 categories.
So that puts it at the top of the overall list.
Because there were only 2 other restaurants that got a perfect score on our ranking list. Mm-hmm. And do you want to share with everyone what those were?
So the first one was Beer Garden. In the Germany Pavilion in Epcot.
Yes.
The food there is very good. I will say that it can get cold because it's buffet style.
They do change it out regularly.
But they change it out with like very good consistency. And so I didn't have cold food at any given point. I just had food that I knew wasn't like right off of the kitchen, like great, but like it tasted so good it didn't even matter.
Right. For taste and temperature, I thought Beer Garden was very good. I gave it a 3.
The desserts were great.
Yep. Everything we ate there was really good. And
they gave me a pint for my lemonade, even though I was not drinking beer. That was cool.
That's cool. And we've actually talked about going back.
Right.
And so if we were talking about going back, then it's probably very good quality.
Right. It also rolls into experience, I think. Just the pint, including me in that, was cute. The polka band that plays is very cute. Yeah, the environment of it all is
sort
awesome.
Of the Oktoberfest feel to the whole thing, the band, the live music, the dancing.
The cast members actually being like from Germany, from those places.
That was helpful. Yeah.
It's very cool. I'm glad that that's coming back.
So the experience to us was a 3.
Right.
Absolutely.
Value per dollar, like we said, it's all you care to enjoy. So immediately sort of.
And we enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
I would say. So yeah, especially if you are a meat eater. Like if you're a vegetarian, probably not the best choice.
They've got really good mashed potatoes and vegetables there.
They did, but for value though, I don't know if you would spend this kind of money just to eat a bunch of potatoes. But or other, because some of the salads were very good too. Right. So, but I don't know, for us,
it's a meat place for sure. Yeah.
We gave it a 9. So Beer Garden, good stuff there.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
The next one.
The third restaurant that got a perfect score was the Skipper Canteen in Adventureland. And I feel like this one is so overlooked.
Right. And much like Beer Garden, this was our first trip to Skipper Canteen. We had never been to Beer Garden either until March, right? We did these on our March trip. And yeah, the quality of food at Skipper Canteen,
so good.
It was very good.
I got an appetizer. I had an appetizer there as my like main course, and it was very good.
Absolutely.
So good.
Yeah, we thought the temperature, the taste of what we ordered was excellent. So yeah, the experience.
I mean, a skipper is serving you, so they have all the jokes. It's the same skippers. Like the skippers who are trained can work at the ride. They're like trained for attractions, and then they're trained for the restaurant, right? But they still have to go through like the general skipper, like funny joke training. So like that was really fun. Puns everywhere.
Yeah, your server's character, it's as if they're a skipper. Right. That's not doing the skipper stuff right now. So yeah, it's really good. The experience was fun. The server was fantastic. I think we did a cast compliment.
I think so. Compliment. And it was well themed. Yeah, it was a cool looking restaurant.
Absolutely.
It's the perfect temperature too.
And it was not all you care to enjoy, but we did feel that even though it wasn't the most expensive sit down restaurant, none of the sit down restaurants are cheap, But we didn't feel that we were being cheated for dollars. We thought it was very good value also.
It was definitely, I think it was less expensive than like Cinderella's Castle. And it was definitely, it was arguably, I think it was less than Liberty Tree Tavern. I think it was very good. It was like the price, I think, of like
it's probably all around the same, in the same ballpark.
It was worth it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So those three, Ohana, Beer Garden, and Skipper Canteen, ranked perfect scores of 9 on our 9-point scale.
You should definitely go there.
Top ones. Those are the ones we would say if you get a chance to go to, go.
Right.
Do those. All right. Let's move on. We're about 20 minutes into this episode, and we have a few more we got to get to. The next highest point total was an 8. And this was some combination of 2 3s and a 2, right? Yeah, I think pretty much all of them had 2 3s and a 2. Let's go one by one. Kind of say, quickly, what their scores were in each category. So the first 8 on our list, which again, very, very good score. We would recommend these, is the Be Our Guest restaurant. Right.
The only place where it lacked was the value per dollar.
Yeah. The quality of the food was very good. Good temperature, tasted great. I had the filet, which you get the filet if you're a steak person. It's very good quality. We thought the experience was great. Great theming. Great storytelling. The service was fantastic. Mm-hmm. All that was really good. The only thing about value to me is it's a very expensive meal, and I enjoyed it, but it's not one that we can do over and over again because it is a pricey meal, and you got to be prepared to spend a premium price.
It was like it's like $400 for a family of 4 to eat there, and that is a lot for a portion size that is not that big.
Right. It was filling. I wasn't hungry when I left, but in terms of just value, I can't say it was excellent value because it was very expensive.
Right. And like I walked out of there, like the appetizer was small and the dessert was small. The only thing that was like a normal portion size was my entree. And when I walked out, I wasn't hungry, but like in an hour, I wanted a snack.
Exactly.
And like, I think for a restaurant that's that expensive, it should not be that way.
We love Be Our Guest. If you get a chance to do it,
we do love Be Our Guest.
Book it and do it. It's maybe not an every trip meal, but
definitely
maybe
not. Definitely not.
You should do it. You should do it.
Yeah.
All right. The next one on the list that also got an 8 ranking is Liberty Tree Tavern. We talk about that one a lot with the mac and cheese for you, right?
Yes, I love the mac and cheese at Liberty Tree Tavern, which is why I think the quality of that food is so good. Mac and cheese, great. Mashed potatoes, great. Green beans, great. Pork, great. Like, it's just so good. Eat there. Please eat there.
There's something to be said about consistency. We've eaten at Liberty Tree Tavern a number of times. It is consistently good every single time.
Right.
Now, you know what you're going to get. It's the same basic fare, but it is consistently good and hearty food every single time.
So Please
we give it a 3 for quality. For the experience, we give it a 2. I mean, the theming is obvious, but it's not the best storytelling theme. And certainly your servers do a great job. But in terms of staying in character, they're basic servers. They're polite. They're helpful. But I wouldn't say they're completely immersed in the Liberty Tree Tavern.
Well, there's nothing like special that's specifically Disney about it because of where it falls. Like being in Liberty Square doesn't necessarily lend you to the best, most out there theming.
Well, a more obvious story would be useful in Liberty Tree Tavern, like who stopped there and why does it exist? It was something, but we thought, look, the experience wasn't bad. It was good. We gave it a 2.
I mean, we keep going back there,
right?
So it's good enough.
But value, we gave it a 3. It is all you care to enjoy. It is a hearty meal. If you go hungry, you will not leave hungry. And there's plenty of carbs to get you through the day, a lot of protein, good vegetables. So I just think it's an overall, generally very good dining option if you're looking for a place. And it's one, quite frankly, that is fairly easy to get a reservation for and possibly even a walk-up dine-in.
Yeah, you could probably walk up
every time we
there.
go, somebody walks up and they have a chance to get in. So
I think what's also important to note about Liberty Tree Tavern is because of the kind of food that it serves, it's extremely versatile for families with picky eater children. Absolutely. Like if you have a 12-year-old or a 13-year-old who's grown out of the chicken tenders of the kids meal, but isn't necessarily mature enough for the food at like for the adult food at Be Our Guest or something like that, like a filet or like a fish. Liberty Tree is like, I think, the perfect family restaurant at Disney World because it gives like, it's got those the carby things that kids love, mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, but it's also got like meat, like you can't go wrong with meat and gravy.
Right.
So, yeah,
very good.
Chicken is great.
We have 2 more restaurants that scored an 8 on our scorecard.
Yes.
And do we have 2 more? Yeah, 2 more.
2 more.
One in Epcot and one in Animal Kingdom. We'll go to the Epcot one. 9 Dragons over in the China Pavilion.
Yes. 9 Dragons is so good. Like one of my most underrated restaurants ever, I think. It's a great Chinese food. I got duck fried rice. That was I've never had duck fried rice before. I've only ever had shrimp or chicken, and it was so good. And the dumplings, food 3. So good.
Yeah, if you're a Chinese food person, some people just don't like Chinese food. If you like Chinese food, this is really good high-end Chinese food.
I'm a Chinese food fan. I'm an Asian food fan.
Yes.
This place is so good.
Yeah, so it definitely got a 3 on the quality scale for us. The flavors were fantastic. The temperature of the food was very good. We enjoyed it considerably. Mm-hmm. For experience, though, we gave it a 2. Primarily, my thought process was it wasn't really telling a story as much as it was a very well-decorated, high-end Chinese food restaurant.
Right. It was not the other restaurants in the World Showcase pavilions are I think are better themed than 9 Dragons. 9 Dragons doesn't have that extra pop to it. It didn't feel any different than the Chinese restaurant down the street from me.
High end. If you go to a high-end Chinese restaurant in your hometown, you're going to see you're going to feel similar decor, right? And experience. But the pacing of the meal was good. The server was so nice. The servers was fantastic.
And it does have a great view of Harmonious.
It does. Yeah.
Or it did have a great view of Harmonious.
Well, whatever's there now. Epcot Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it got a 2 for experience for us. And value, we went back and forth. We did end up giving it a 3 for value. It wasn't the cheapest meal, but it was very good tasting. We didn't regret going there at all.
No,
so we felt like we definitely got value for dollar.
Yeah, and we definitely did talk about going back. I think when we as a family talk about going back to a restaurant, that value per dollar is something that we very seriously take into consideration, because if we're going to spend that much money at a restaurant we've already been to, it's got to be worth it.
Right. And there are restaurants we haven't been to in a while that we want to put on the list to go to.
We could put that money into a new restaurant we've never been to before, or one we haven't been to in a while. So, choosing to go back there is a really big thing for us. And we did talk about going back there. We ended up going to Beer Garden instead because we want to try something new. But I think when we go back, I would see us going back here again.
Absolutely. Now, the next one on our list that also scored an 8 is the first quick service restaurant on our list. All the restaurants we've mentioned so far are all table service restaurants. Mm-hmm. You go and you sit. This is the first one that you can mobile order and do a quick service for, and that is the Harambe Market over in Animal Kingdom.
Let me talk about the Harambe Market, you guys. What I love about the Harambe Market and most of the food in Animal Kingdom is that you can find something that is a vegetable, that is leafy, that is green, that is not doused in butter or a sauce of some kind. Like Liberty Tree is lovely. There's great vegetable options there, but they are doused in butter and salt and to get that American taste. Harambe Market is going to give you a chicken rice bowl with spinach and lettuce, and it is so good. It literally hits the spot when you've been eating nothing but greasy, buttery food for the past 4 days. Eat here. If you're in Animal Kingdom and you don't want to go to a sit-down restaurant, eat at Harambe Market. So good. I recommend it. Up, down, and sideways.
Absolutely.
Quality's a 3.
If you're looking for something with some vegetables in it, some leafy greens, because sometimes you can get caught up in your Disney trip just eating a lot of carbs and a lot of proteins.
And a sauce that's not like gravy. It's a different, anyway.
Absolutely. So Harambe Market is a very good choice. We thought it was good value, really good value. We thought it would taste was great. We thought storytelling was, 2 was good. It wasn't great, but it was good.
I mean, it's a quick service.
It's quick service. So Harambe Market was the highest rated quick service on our list from the places that we visited. So
value per dollar, 3. It's quick service. It's very good.
Absolutely. Yeah. So those are the ones at the top of our list. Ohana,
those are our top 7 Disney World restaurants.
Right. Ohana, Beer Garden, Skipper Canteen, Be Our Guest, Liberty Tree Tavern, 9 Dragons, and Harambe Market. Those all ranked either an 8 or a 9 on our ranking scale. Now, there were some that ranked lower. We had some 6s.
We had a lot of 7s.
We had a lot of 7s.
6s hit our bottom 7.
You got to figure a 7 is still pretty good, because to get a 7, you had to have gotten a 3 somewhere, right? You had to have gotten an excellent rating on at least one of the categories. But the ones that are 6s, 5s, and 4s are typically ones that probably didn't get an excellent rating in any of our categories. And again, these doesn't mean that they're bad restaurants.
Right. These are definitely still restaurants we love.
For one reason or another, we weren't
wowed.
feeling it. We weren't wowed by it. Let's go through the 6s kind of quick
and go down. Yeah. So 6s generally are all the same. I'll rattle them off and we can sort of talk about them individually. Tony's Town Square Restaurant in Magic Kingdom, Ronto Roasters in Hollywood Studios, Via Napoli in Epcot, Yak and Yeti in Animal Kingdom, and Pecos Bill also in Magic Kingdom that we just talked about. Yeah. We talked about Pecos Bill earlier. As for Tony's, the food is just okay. Like, it's fine. It's good.
Tony's got a 2 across the board for us.
Yeah.
Basically 2 for quality, 2 for experience, 2 for value.
The restaurant concept is, I think, lovely. I love the concept of eating at the place where Lady and the Tramp, like hang out. The value per dollar goes into the quality of the food. The food isn't great. It didn't stand out to me. It was no better or worse than the Italian restaurant in my hometown, which is what took away from that value for us.
All of these restaurants that we're mentioning with 6s got a 2, which was a good in all 3 categories. Like, they didn't get a bad or...
But every single one of them got a 2 across the board?
Everyone got a 2 across the board.
Okay, very cool.
So, it just, again, average. We thought it was average.
Right.
We thought everything was average. Ronto Roasters. Now, Mimi made a good point when we talk about Ronto Roasters. I really like the Ronto wraps. I think they're very tasty. I enjoyed them. But we didn't give it a 3 for quality, because if you're not a fan, I mean, I know they have a vegetarian option, which we haven't tried, which I've heard is extraordinarily good. But if you're not a fan of like a coleslaw or a slaw type topping, you're probably not going to enjoy the Ronto wrap, because really that's what makes the wrap. It gives it its taste.
Well, really. What it is, it's chicken in like a slaw sauce wrapped in like a thing with coleslaw like inside of it.
I think it's pork, actually. It's like a pork, yeah.
It's whatever. It's like some meat wrapped in a slaw sauce.
And like a pita, is right? It's in
a pita with slaw like on top of it. I don't like slaw, so I get it without the coleslaw on top. But I like the meat mixture inside, but then I'm just eating meat and bread, and it's too expensive for meat and bread.
So again, Ronto Roasters, it's fine. I've eaten there every time we go through. You did not eat every time there. Your brother and I ate there for lunch one day. It's good. It's not great, but it's not poor, right? It's down at the bottom. It's kind of in the mid. It's kind of mid. All right.
Right. Via Napoli. Okay, so Via Napoli, we heard so much hype about Via Napoli. The pizza is so good. It's the best pizza in Central Florida.
It is the best pizza in the parks.
I wouldn't even say that.
There's no other pizza better than that in the parks. It doesn't mean it's great pizza. It just means it's the best pizza in the parks.
It was incredibly underwhelming. And also when we got there, it had been pouring in Epcot for like 40 minutes. Okay. And like we had to run from Great Britain to Italy to make it to our reservation on time. And it was freezing in that restaurant. And there were so many wet people sitting there who had like run in the rain. And it was so cold. And
they can't control the weather, but what they could do was like turn the fans off, and they wouldn't do it. So
it took away from the experience for us.
It took away from me. But again, it's not, I don't think Via Napoli is bad. It just wasn't great. It wasn't anything special.
It was just really, I thought it was.
But it wasn't bad though. I mean, the point was, if it was bad, you'd have given it a 1. We gave it a 2.
It was okay. We probably won't go back there. It was pretty mid.
Well, we really don't want to go to Epcot to eat pizza anyway. There are other options.
Exactly. And then the last one, or besides Pecos Bill, which we've already talked about, the last one was Yak and Yeti.
So Yak and Yeti came with a lot of hype, and you really wanted Yak and Yeti.
I did really want to eat there because the menu is so enticing. It's like Asian, what's it called? Fusion food, basically. Right. And that is my favorite kind of food. I love that. And I really wanted to eat there. And apparently getting a restaurant there is impossible because, to be honest, it's the only real restaurant in Animal Kingdom worth going to. If you're
No.
If you're not
there
a
are plenty
kid,
of good restaurants in Animal Kingdom. We just don't stay there long enough to do them.
The Rainforest Cafe.
There are other restaurants there that that we haven't gone to yet. I mean, some of them are attached to the Animal Kingdom Lodge. We just haven't tried
that's
them.
fair. But like in the actual Animal Kingdom park, Yak and Yeti is the one that gets the most hype. And we literally tried up until like an hour before reservation to get a reservation.
It was very hard to get a reservation.
Here's the thing. We had one for like the next day for dinner, but that meant we had to come back to Animal Kingdom. And we didn't want to do that. So we finally got one. We went through all this trouble to get one. And it did not meet up to the hype that we created in our heads.
We had high expectations, and perhaps that was our mistake, but
I personally loved the food I had at Yak and Yeti. I got dumplings and rice. I loved it. I thought it was so good. The rest of the family did not agree. The experience, because of like all that hype and then being underwhelmed, dampened the experience.
Right. For quality of food, I could have gone either way. 2 was fine. I wasn't going to argue with a 2. I didn't think it was the best food we had, but it was certainly decent. It was good. But again, it was an average experience. I thought the value was average. It's not one that we're dying to go back to. We did it. We're not upset we did it. We didn't walk away thinking, oh, wow, I'm glad we did that. It was sort of like, yeah, it was good. We did it once. We don't really have to do it again.
The restaurant itself didn't stick out as anything special themed. I thought it was too far away from Everest to like have that connection to the ride. There also wasn't a whole lot of Yeti stuff in it. So the experience, there was not too much theming going on. And then the value, all that kind of ties together. Mid food, mid theming, to value. So, all
right. So we have 2 more on our list. We have our lowest rated restaurants.
Doesn't mean they're bad.
Again,
you're going to hear these. Mean they're bad. You're going to hear these and you're going to be like, oh, that makes sense.
And next one on the list, I almost didn't want to put it on the list because I didn't think it was fair because they really don't serve a whole lot.
They don't serve
options.
Like a meal. It's like a snack.
And
it's a snack place.
Coming in with a total of 5 on our 9-point scale was Gaston's Tavern.
Right.
Now, it's really the only reason to go to Gaston's Tavern. Well, 2 reasons. You're either going to get LeFou's brew, which we did not get.
Or you're going to get a cinnamon roll.
Or you're going to get the big cinnamon roll.
And it was a good cinnamon roll. I enjoyed it.
It was a good cinnamon roll.
I got it too.
But it was just a big cinnamon roll. And it really wasn't even as giant a cinnamon roll as I thought it was going to be. Like it was a big cinnamon roll. We could share it. It was a good snack. Yeah. But it wasn't like, let's rope drop so we can get over there and have breakfast at Gaston's.
Well, like Gaston gets a 5 or it gets a 1 for experience because it doesn't sell like a meal. Like you don't eat there. You get a snack there. And the inside of the restaurant isn't anything special. The outside is cool with the fountain.
It's decorated with antlers, right?
Yeah, but like it's not. It really is just like a snack joint more than it is anything else. I think it's the Magic Kingdom equivalent to like a hot dog cart. I would say, except it serves cinnamon rolls, which is probably in hindsight not fair that we put him on this list, but that's okay. But it's good. It's a great snack place. I would go there. I would recommend it if you're looking for something sweet during the day that's not ice cream. But that cinnamon roll is thick. It is heavy. So make sure you don't. The
cinnamon roll was good. It wasn't bad. Like we gave it a 1 for experience, but we gave it 2 for value and we gave it a 2 for quality. The quality was good. The value was good because you can share that cinnamon roll. It wasn't great. Like it wasn't excellent.
The experience just isn't anything super special. So
there's really nothing to write home about. But again, if you had a chance to get a cinnamon roll at Gaston's, you should do that, right? Yeah.
The only restaurant on this list that I would not recommend is our last one, the 4.
Right. So only one of our restaurants got a number 4 on our overall rating. Got a 1 for quality, a 1 for experience, and a 2 for value. And that is Casey's Corner. I like hot dogs. I don't have anything against hot dogs, but it's really crowded at Casey's during parts of the day. It's hard to find a seat. I love baseball. I like the baseball theme.
Yeah, I think that's
cute.
The
experience at Casey's is hectic, feels rushed. You always feel pressure to hurry up and eat because somebody's waiting for a table.
Yeah. The food just isn't that great.
Quality food, it's just a big hot dog. And if you don't like, they have hot dogs with certain things they put on them. And if you're not paying attention, you're going to get something that maybe you don't care for. Right.
Like you can get a better hot dog at Cosmic Rays.
The hot dogs at Cosmic Rays are just as good, if not better, than Casey's, in my opinion. Yeah. But you can get the hot dog, like the little corn dog nuggets at Casey's.
Yeah, I
People
bet those
really
are
like
good.
those. But again, quality, it's just hot dogs and corn
One
dogs.
quality, one experience. Value is 2 because you do definitely get what you pay for.
Right. You're not going to be hungry. You're going to get fries. You're going to get a hot dog. You're going to get what you pay for. So the value is average. But yeah, Casey's, unfortunately, I know a lot of people are going to give us some hate. They love Casey's, but we're going to give it a 4. Again,
it's just okay.
There are other options for quick service that we think are better. And unless you're really jonesing for a hot dog and you're stuck on Main Street, not much of a reason to
Not
eat
go
at
there.
Casey's.
Right.
All right. That's our list.
Yeah. We can recap quickly.
Do you want to just list the ones that got 7s?
We'll list the ones that get 7s. Okay.
So the ones that got 7s, and again, these are ones that got a 3 in one area. Maybe we'll say which one's a 7 and what category they got a 3 in, a high rating in.
Cinderella's Castle got a 3 in experience. Cosmic Rays got a 3 in value. Where's the next one? 50's Primetime Cafe got a 3 in experience. Oga's Cantina also got a 3 in experience.
And a 3 for quality.
And a 3 for quality. The Sci-Fi Drive-In Diner got a 3 for experience. Woody's Lunchbox got a 3 for quality. Space 220 got 2 3s, 1 in quality and 1 in experience. Tep and Ito got a 3 in quality. And that was the last one.
I should also mention that for 50's Primetime, they got a 3 for quality and experience, but a 1 for value.
Right.
We don't get into detail. We'll save some of those explanations maybe for YouTube. We'll do a YouTube video where we talk about some of our 7s. All right. Those were our dining experiences from July of 2022 and March of 2023. Again, all done during the 50th anniversary celebration. Good job. We've ate a lot. I can't believe I feel 10 pounds heavier just having talked about that. So there we go. Guys, you may have opinions about your dining experience at Walt Disney World that are different from ours, or maybe you agree with us. Mimi, how can they possibly get in touch with us to let us know?
So you guys can send us your opinions on our email, disneyassembled@gmail.com, or you can send us a message on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or TikTok, all at Disney Assembled. But if you guys want to support the show further, the link to our TeePublic, Patreon, Buy Us a Dole Up, and all that other stuff is on our website, disneyassembled.com. Make sure to check it out. Yeah,
and like I said earlier, if you haven't checked out our YouTube channel, please do so. We're gaining subscribers by the day. We'd really love to see you there. We put out different kind of content. We do put the show out there. We do other content as well over on our YouTube channel. And again, your consideration for joining us on the Patreon side would be much appreciated. However, like I said earlier, if that's not for you, no big deal. Just tell your friends about the show and please consider leaving us one of those really good ratings and reviews. We'd love to read that. It makes us feel good that, that you love the show. All right, Mimi, high five. There we go. Another week down. Good job.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go make some dining plans for our next trip.
Please.
Let's go sit down with Mom and make that happen. All right.
Right now.
Guys, we hope this week's show brought a smile to your face, some extra magic to your week, and a little sprinkling of pixie dust to your month. That's a good day, week, month. Okay. We appreciate you listening to us, guys. And until next time, see you real soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, please collect your belongings, watch your head and step, and take small children by the hand.